Well, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. We're here each and every day at this time as we explore life. And today, I'm going to talk about our experience. And that our experience, as I've come to understand it, is only limited by our own personal expectations. What can we imagine about an experience we're desiring to have? And so I'll share with you, yesterday, my sons keep telling me I have a bad memory. I have a friggin' great memory. Yesterday was the 50th anniversary of my first date with my wife. Very first date, September 24th, 1971. And you know what? I called her up and said, hey, how about we go out for a special evening? She says, I love it. So I made reservations at Randy's in Frisco. Very nice place. And I've known Randy for 12 years. He's the owner and chef, but we've never been. But we went, and I had an expectation that it was going to be a fun evening. I said, it's going to be a ball. 50 years after our first date. And you know the excitement on a first date with someone. My God, you've got an anticipation. It's just huge. Guess what? We had an absolute ball. Talking with the waiters, the waitresses, talking with the hostess. Randy, the owner, came over, talked with him. Hadn't seen him in 5 years. And yet, it was fun. It was joyful. We brought a light into the room. Other tables around us would talk to us. And this is a fine restaurant. I mean, a fine restaurant. Entrees were $50. And so it was fascinating. I had an expectation of a great night. Because I created that, I didn't have to know how. I just had to have the expectation. You see, not only can an expectation create a great experience, it can also create a really bad one. If you're going to meet with someone and you've got angst about that meeting and you're dreading meeting that person, you're dreading spending time with them, that's the experience you're going to have. Now, maybe this is a person that you don't relate with. Well, guess what? Just then set a neutral expectation. Oh, this is going to be a non-event. It's not going to be a high. It's not going to be a low. It's going to be a neutral event. Can you believe that? I think you can. Maybe you can't believe you can go from a crappy experience to a good experience, but I think you can believe you can go to a neutral experience. So everything is about stair-stepping your beliefs up, stair-stepping your perceptions up, stair-stepping your expectations up. Don't try to make quantum leaps. That's where most of us fail. We just fail at that. That's how it is. We fail because it's not really all that possible in our human form. Maybe in our spirit form it's possible, but not in our human form. So I haven't said hello to everybody out there, but thank you all. I got Keshev, I got Dion, Rodney, I got Merlinda, I got Chris, I got Easy, Funshine. I think that's Lydia. I've got Bilal. I got a whole bunch of you out there. I love it that you're checking in. When I see you on the side of the screen, it makes me smile. Because I get to know who you are just by seeing your name and picking up, as Keshev says, good vibes. The question is, what vibes do you take into any situation? Really big. Really big. So we came home last night after our date. Late night for us. We got home about 8:30. That's a late night out for Lee and G. We watched the latest episode of Ted Lasso. I'm telling you, that show tugs at your heart. It makes it feel. It makes you laugh. It makes you think. Just when you think you understand they're going to do something, they pull the wool over your eyes. And it's the same thing I'm talking about here. I had an expectation watching that program last night that I was going to really enjoy and feel it. And that's what I got. I didn't have a way, I didn't know where it was going to go. And I think that's really a key point I'm making here is you may not know how an event is going to transpire. You may not know how it's going to end up, but you can know that you're going to have a great experience with it. Yeah, Chris, no spoilers. I won't spoil it for you. But let me tell you, you can't help but fall in love more and more and more with the characters. Whether you like them or dislike them, man, together they just make an energy. And I think that's why they won so many Grammys. They won Grammys because their energy caused our energies to go up. Isn't that amazing? And what's fascinating is I was just reading a report by a leading consultant in Christianity. He consults with churches. He sends out a daily thing. I love him. I don't agree with everything he says, but I love him. And what he said was, if you have an expectation that you're going to go back to Sunday celebration services and all your people are going to come back because they really miss it, you are gravely mistaken. He said the best he can see right now, based on all the trends all over the United States, is about 35%. About 35%. And I sit back and I question that, what's that about? What is it? And then I really get it. Here's what happened with COVID. People went online. In fact, I wouldn't know most of you if it wasn't for my online presence. I wouldn't know you if it wasn't for Facebook and YouTube. There would no way I would know you, and then throw on Zoom on top of it, connecting after the fact there. I wouldn't know you. So that's the benefit. The benefit is I can know you. And I know I've got Keshev in India. I've got Bilal and Lydia in Lebanon. I've got people from all over the country. I've got people in Australia, Europe, all over. And we're doing this thing together. But let me tell you something. When I'm in person with someone, I don't know how you feel, but it's more special. It's a deeper connection. And I think what's happened is we've forgotten how good it feels to be in person with someone. Like, I would love to be in person with all of you out there. I would love to give you all a big, big hug, connect with you in person, look into your eyes, see your soul, see your light, and let you look into mine and see my soul and my light. I think we have forgotten what it's like to have human, deep connection in person. And so I say that because I want you to remember, don't let all this crap going on in the world scare the crap out of you that you forget to connect with people. When you have the opportunity, you get with people and you look into their eyes and you just smile in delight that you're connecting with them. I think it's important. I think we all need it. I think we need to know that feeling of connectedness, that feeling that someone can give us by looking at us and we know we're special. Why are we special? Because they took the time to be with us. They took the time to talk to us. They took the time to give us a hug. They took the time to look into our eyes. They took the time to be present with us. You can adjust your perception of what you experience in life. I would highly, highly, highly advise you to love more and fear less. How about we change that a little bit? To love more and be fearless. Fear disconnects us from our source. Fear is used to control. Our job is to understand that and not fall into fear's trap. I didn't know I was going to talk about fear today, but for whatever reason, it came up and I wanted to share that. That's what I love about these gatherings. They're so impromptu and they're so heart-centered because I'm reading energy. When I see you on the side, I'm reading the energy of who you are and where we want to go with this. People say, well, how do you do that? Doesn't matter how I do it. So I want to tell you right now from the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful for you. Even though I can't hug you right now, I want you to know that I have a big virtual hug for you. Just because you are. And I want you to know that I love and I accept you just like you are. And at the same time, I can see greater and greater and greater things for you in your life. So set an expectation for a great day. Live it. And I'll talk with you tomorrow morning. And I'll be earlier tomorrow morning. I want you to know that because I've got to do a live service, so I'm going to be doing it earlier, probably around 7:30. So with that in mind, go do it, babes. Love ya. Take care. Aloha.